Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Wednesday, the 18th of November 2020. So short squeeze sparks small cap buying panic. Bitcoin nears record high. So it's ka-ching all the way at the moment, including the cryptos as well there. Other news, which is interesting, Powell spoke yesterday, and as he said here, Fed Chair Powell warns we're not going back to the same economy. No, because we're going to destroy it and then we're going to build back better with our good friend Klaus Schwab. As we can see here, he's again in the news yesterday. It's becoming quite a dominant feature of the news. And what's terrifying is what he has to say. I mean, this article is terrifying if you want to have a read of it. It said the Great Reset will lead to fusion of our physical, digital and biological identity, implantable microchips that can read your thoughts. North Korea or South Korea, one of the other, I can't remember, probably South Korea because North Korea is already a dystopian society, has just ordered 16,000 of this man's book as well. So you can't make it up. You really can't make it up. But this is why this is all part and parcel. Biden is on board, as you'll know from the past, with his Build Back Better on the podium screen, and it will end in tears because they'll force it to end in tears and destroy pensions and the middle class's net worth. That's for sure, because that's how they want to do it until people acquiesce, give everything, and under the proviso of a virus that 99.8% of people recover from without a vaccination. Mission accomplished with the new agenda. But this is terrifying. And it's a reality. They're actually putting it out there. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's in the detail. You just have to go to the World Economic Forum's website and you can see it. So anyway, let's move on to the trading for yesterday. It's just interesting to note the background of what's going on and how it's going to affect things down the line. So here we go. We've got the market yesterday moving to the upside in the futures market. It was a quiet day yesterday, which is unusual for a Tuesday that has news. No news Tuesdays tend to be quiet, but with a lot of news yesterday, but it still didn't make a lot of difference. So we can see the market is buoyant, and certainly was at the start. There was a lot of volatility as the market moved to the upside, and then was hit by a couple of bars of selling there that you can see in the red volume window there, and then prices just traded sideways and then started to make the way down. We had a sell signal that was filled, and then we had the classic when it was filled, you'll see prices, and in particular the volume is more or less the same as the previous bar, but the range is less, and then the market just reverses from there. They buy back in and they bring the market back, and then we get a switch to a buy signal, offloaded because of the buying pressure that was down there. That not much point hanging in there because it's going to reverse. Market back above the close. No selling pressure in that bar, but the market didn't go straight away, and we've got all of this resistance here as well, and here you can see the resistance there as well. Did eventually start to move back above the close, but it was hard work. It was really quiet yesterday. Again, you can see the market coming back down, testing the 20 bar moving average before going up and then hitting the scalp. And when we got to here, I decided I'm going to take it, and then it was the right decision to do because the market came back, and then you can see the increase in selling there as well. There was just nothing to really spark the market yesterday. We then had another sell signal, again taking the sell signal to the downside. We can see the buying pressure coming back in, and I thought we're going to actually move back to the upside again. Oh, is this the start of a sideways channel that we're going to see for the whole of the morning as the market waits for the news later in the morning? But no, it was a case of prices did attempt to come back. Watching at the 20 bar moving average, this was key. Prices reverse, go back down through the entry price, and then we've got the BRN and the 200 MA to contend with. I was hoping prices were going to go to the low, but they wouldn't on this occasion. They remained sideways and eventually broke the BRN and the 200 MA, staying below the 5-bar moving average, and then prices started to reverse and came back, and it was time to get out and then see prices trading all the way back to the upside there. So even though there was some weakness around yesterday, they wanted the market back to the upside, but not a great deal in volatility. The bars are very, very tiny. So that was the morning session. Let's move on to the afternoon. And prices again trading to the downside, you'll see in just a moment. They tried to buy back here but failed, and then the selling came in with more or less the same volume, and then prices headed to the downside there. You can see how they came off the low before the open as well. This was the second time the market had come back from the lows, which I'll show you when we look at the chart in a moment. So prices going down to the low and actually breaking it, which I was really surprised. I thought we would have seen prices hold in this area here, but they did manage to move lower until you can see here we've got some buying pressure coming into the market at this point. We've got a narrower bar than the previous bar with greater volume. This held for a moment or two as prices came back to the 5-bar, and the low banged its head there, and again you can see the increase in volume here as prices in this area. The low was critical. It has to break this, otherwise prices will move to the downside, and that's what we saw here. Prices then moving down, and again the volume is increasing significantly, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, like vaccination news, you'll see prices rebounding once more and then going down, and then we get the mother of all price bars in just a moment, this one here, where the market comes back 20 plus points in one go. Highest volume bar that we've seen all afternoon, straight off the BRN, and then prices hold at the 5-bar moving average. They then close above the 20, they go back through the low, and they work their way all the way back up and continue to the resistance that we saw over in this area here. We've got some selling there. As you can see, some profit taking, so they'd move the market back 50 points, but yet again really quiet afternoon, just 50 points in an hour, really quiet. Prices then move back towards the upside after finding support and some profit taking at the 200 MA and the BRN, and then head towards the close before the session completes for the afternoon, which you'll see in just a moment. So trading all the way back up to the close where it started in the morning. So let's have a look at the Dow just to see where we are in the bigger picture. This is the all-time high up here, but the market not trading anywhere near that at the moment. Overnight price is struggling, bit of weakness around. Like I say, with having this big move to the upside, we are due a correction. Which day that's going to happen, who knows, but it definitely due this. And again, you can see this in the DAX as well. This is trading in a sideways range at the moment, and you can see how tiny yesterday was. And today isn't going to be much better because we've got no news today for the DAX to move with, so it's going to have to make its own news today. So let's just go back to the DAX. And let's have a look at where we are overnight. So prices overnight actually trade below the DP level. You can see it became a resistance. Prices below the 200 MA as well. But you can see how like a magnet it got drawn back to this. Traded and stayed at this level. And then we see the selling coming in here. And prices moving lower, where they're currently trading at the S1 area. So we can see there's a bit of support there at the moment. So yeah, definitely a bit of weakness around. It needs to move to the downside. And the volatility is also in an area where it would indicate that we're due for a correction as well. We're heading down towards this 18 that we saw earlier. A few months ago, where we had a correction as well. You can see these small spikes to the upside showing corrections. So we are due a correction in the market, depending how big that is going to be or how small, but it is due for one. Okay, that will do it for this one. Let's see what happens this morning, see if the volatility picks up, because it's certainly a bit quiet at the moment. As well, as we look at the 2-minute chart, you can see these are very tiny bars at the moment. Let's see what happens at 7 a.m. So it could be quiet. There's not a lot of news at the moment. Okay, that's it for this one. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next